In sports, the pre-match handshake is an unwritten contract. Two players lock eyes, shake hands, and silently agree that the game itself is bigger than whatever hostility brought them there. For decades, that contract held firm, even in the crucible of India-Pakistan cricket. Through severe political friction and border disputes, the players and the fans in the stands found a way to maintain a baseline of mutual respect the moment they crossed the boundary rope. But at the 2025 Asia Cup, that tradition was intentionally severed. The Indian national team, captained by Suryakumar Yadav, made a conscious decision to break the agreement. The missing handshake happened by design. The Indian squad bypassed sporting etiquette to deliver a blunt geopolitical message right on the pitch. The sudden death of this simple ritual signals a deeper breach. The boundary rope, long relied upon to keep the sport separate from real-world conflict, has finally given way. We now know exactly how this standoff played out behind closed doors, thanks to a newly revealed chronological account from Pakistan's T20 captain, Salman Ali Agha. Agha's day began exactly as expected. He sat through routine press conferences, posed for the trophy shoot, and prepared for a tense but otherwise standard afternoon of international cricket. The disruption arrived quietly, just moments before the coin toss. According to Agha, the match referee pulled him aside and delivered an official mandate. The traditional pre-match handshakes were cancelled. Agha complied, telling the referee he wasn't too keen on forcing a greeting either. Yet the quiet intervention caught him off guard. Standard ICC protocols were being dismantled right in front of him. Before a single ball was bowled, a standard cricket toss had mutated into a heavily policed, diplomatically charged standoff. Across the pitch, the Indian camp was operating under strict directives. The decision to refuse the handshake came backed directly by the Board of Control for Cricket in India. The catalyst was deeply rooted in recent tragedy. Following the violent Pahalgam attacks in the region, the Indian camp concluded that treating the match as business as usual was an absolute impossibility. For Captain Suryakumar Yadav, the priority was unambiguous. He chose to publicly honor the sacrifices of the nation's armed forces, rather than engage in standard pleasantries with the opposing side. The Indian team laid down a clear philosophical line. When faced with a national tragedy, duty to the country supersedes the spirit of the sport. Fast forward to the end of the day. The final wicket falls, India secures a comfortable victory, and the match concludes. Operating under the assumption that the referee's handshake ban only applied to the pre-match ceremonies, Agha gathered the Pakistani squad and led them toward the Indian pavilion to offer their congratulations. They arrived expecting the brief moment of reconciliation. Instead, they found the Indian dressing room door firmly shut. That physical barrier, a closed wooden door in a concrete stadium corridor, perfectly captured the impenetrable ideological wall standing between the two nations. Looking back on the incident, Salman Agha offered a sharp counter-argument. He pointed out the heavy burden placed on international athletes, who serve as primary role models for millions watching at home. Behavior at the highest levels of competition trickles down. Hostilities displayed by national captains are quickly absorbed by younger generations. Refusing a handshake on international television gives kids permission to do the same in local games. It validates toxicity at the grassroots level. And the closed door wasn't an isolated incident. The behavioral freeze held steady, and when Pakistan and India met again in the highly anticipated final of the 2025 Asia Cup, the two teams exchanged absolutely no friendly gestures. Compare that atmosphere to past iterations of the tournament. Just a few years prior, captains from across the continent posed shoulder to shoulder, putting aside national differences for the sake of the competition. That era of goodwill feels entirely foreign now. The 2025 Asia Cup laid bare a harsh reality. The sanctuary of sportsmanship is incredibly fragile, and real-world conflict has successfully breached the dressing room walls.